All right, we're back. What's going on, folks? And we're back. And before we left you guys, I was speaking with Tyson about so for home defense, what do you keep? What do you keep in the crib for home defense?
Well, the AK and the AR are both loaded, ready to go.
All right.
Yeah.
So
always.
So now, your thoughts. If you had to choose between the AK and the AR, what would it be?
Well, for me, I think I have an SBR in Miami and also an AK. So for me, it's like I always think like for close quarters, the AK is pretty good.
That's your go-to?
Yeah. And the SBR that I have is about 7 inches, so it's also perfect for close quarters. But I mean, for that thump, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna say the AK.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, and for me, like, I keep. The funny thing is when I'm out and about and I'm carrying, it's gonna be a 9. It's gonna be my Glock 19, it's either my Glock 19, Glock 26, or Glock 43.
Right.
But at home, I run 45.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I've seen you. Yeah, I've seen you have yours by the bedside.
Exactly.
And my Nighthawk is there too, and then I also have a Springfield as well.
Okay.
I keep the Springfield in the garage. In the top of the toolbox.
Okay. So explain to people who understand why you would keep that in the garage.
Because you never know that I got expensive bikes in there, and I've had somebody run in there before and try to leave with something that wasn't there. So the Springfield sees a lot of action. It's I got night sights on it, and it sees a lot of action. To be quiet as kept. It saved me a few times.
People actually think it's weird when they come to my place and they see I keep a Glock 21 on the counter in my bathroom.
Oh yeah. That's I saw that too.
Yeah, people. I mean, even my producers here, they just turn around and looked at me like, "What?"
Yeah.
But think about it. The most vulnerable you ever are in your house is when you're sleeping and when you're in the bathroom.
Right.
Either while you're taking a shower or using the bathroom. So as far as I'm concerned, I think it makes all the sense in the world. But everybody seems to think I'm crazy when they come in and they see the Glock 21 sitting on the counter.
I got a friend who has his AR on the sling right by the shower. there's a towel and then there's an AR on the sling, and I'm just like, really? But you know what was my go-to weapon of choice though? Home intrusion is my baseball bat.
Really?
Yeah, I got a baseball bats by every door in the house.
Explain that to me.
Because I just feel like, why waste a bullet on you?
Jesus.
When I can just, I'm always ready to use my Louisville Slugger. I guess that's old school New York City.
I'm start calling you Tyson Negan. That's what we're
That's it. Keep the Slugger. Because the last resort is always me go for the gun. The first thing I go for is always the bat. I hear a thump, the bat is in hand.
The bat's in hand.
Okay.
Yeah. You better than I am. I hear a thump, it's the SBR.
Yeah, I hear you.
And that's what and I was going back to that.
Good night.
I keep so by the bed I keep the 45 on the nightstand, and then I keep the SBR right next to the bed, and the SBR is actually chambered in 300 blackout.
Wow.
Yeah, because I figure because then you get the thump. Look at the thump of the AK and the AR platform, and I'm most familiar with the AR platform.
Yeah, but don't you worry about the first shot that rings out is going to have your ears ringing, though?
You think it won't on your SBR AK?
Yeah. Well, no, I think the same thing. So that's why I always like, all right, let me go for the bat.
Okay. Okay. See that, and that's another thing too. Right now, I don't know
anybody that sleeps with earplugs by the bed.
Okay. I'm gonna admit something here, right? So what I used to do, right? So the nightstand that I had, it had a little area where a little whole area where you can put stuff. So I would keep the gun on the nightstand, the AR by the bed, and then I'd have a set of
over the ears
in the little space right there.
Yeah. The over ears are good because
Yeah.
if you turn on the volume and turn it up,
Yep.
you can hear
a lot better
all
than you
over
could.
the house.
Exactly.
Yes, you can hear better than they can. That's good.
I just thought, I was like, this makes perfect sense to me. Why not do it? And I still, I mean, it's still there. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
And then at the foot of the bed, I have this little chest thing or whatever. It looks so unassuming. It just looks like it's furniture.
Where you put your like linens and towels and things of that
exactly.
nature. Yeah.
And then inside of it, though, I have my the chest rig.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So because I like the
my chest rig is hanging in next to the my bulletproof vest and my suits in the closet.
Gotcha. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you.
My walk-in closet is like a James Bond closet.
I think we're all trying to get to that status.
We gotta do a story on that one.
No, hey, I'm all for. We'll do that for the next season of Noir. We'll come in. We'll film the closet.
Exactly.
Everybody
come to Miami and spend the day with me.
Hey, I'm good for it because everybody's been trying to get. I've been trying to get to the James Bond status in the closet area. Everybody can't be like Tyson though. But
no, I hear you.
All right, but so from that perspective, you just got through working out now. How much do you think just fitness in general plays a part in being a good shooter? Because I know you're really big on the fitness aspect, and we're talking about it off air for a little bit.
Well, I think it's very important because so you think about it. If you had to run with that AR or that AK or to be fully loaded with a vest with maybe 6 magazines and a dump pouch and extra rounds and a 20 or 40 pound backpack, could you do it?
Exactly.
And I know a lot of guys that they're sitting ducks. A lot of gun guys are overweight, out of shape. They're not hopping any fences. They're not jumping. They're not jumping underneath any cars when people start shooting. And my thing is always like, I take like the 45 or the 50 pound weight and I hold it out there straight.
Yeah.
And people are amazed how strong I am, how I can just hold an AR-15 and just shoot it. Yeah.
I've actually started doing that. I've incorporated the way I lift towards the way I hold the rifle.
And shoot it like it's just a regular rifle. People bug out when they see that. They're like, wow, you're strong. And then whenever I hand any of my rifles to somebody else, they're like, oh my God, this is so heavy. I'm like, and I have a friend, I won't mention his name. He's a new gun guy, and he picked up my AR and he was like shaking. And I'm like, dude, you're supposed to be a personal trainer. You're supposed to be strong. But there's a difference between gun strength and weight strength.
Absolutely.
He's good in the weight room, but when it came to like the gun,
the sustained power, this kind of static,
he couldn't do
static
it.
hold.
And then his fingers weren't strong, and he had problems loading his 9mm. Because 9 bullets are smaller and it's harder to push in.
Yeah, you're right.
So, and the difference between loading a 9 and a 5.56 and 45 is so much difference. Yeah. People don't realize it. The bigger the bullet, it's easier to load. The smaller the bullet,
it becomes a pain. It's like kind of thread that needle a little bit.
Exactly.
We got about a minute and 30 seconds left. So I want to talk about this movie you're working on.
Okay.
So give me a little bit of a breakdown of what's going on. I saw the Instagram. Right, you were training. What's going on?
Right. So the working title is 3 or 5 Outlaws. It's about guys on motorcycles taking down armored trucks in Miami. So it involves like motorcycles, high-speed riding, stunt riding, and then being able to shoot with one hand, being ambidextrous with both hands, and still being able to ride the bike at the same time. So that's a lot of the training that we're doing now.
Gotcha.
So I'm putting together a nice cast, and I'm also going to reach out to a lot of the gun companies, because I saw Colion Arms and those guys. They're really good over there, and I saw them. They worked on the latest Keanu Reeves movie, and they did a really good job. So I want to bring in stuff like that and introduce some new weapons to the movie scene.
Yeah, it's pretty. It started getting pretty redundant after a certain period of time.
Yeah. Everyone goes for the chrome Beretta. Oh God, the next. Oh my God.
If I see another Desert Eagle in a movie, I'm going to throw up.
Exactly, and we all know that's not a practical gun.
Not.
So and it's not something that we use as people. So we want to use things that are real, that we really use in the gun community. And I noticed a lot of companies like are porting and milling and fluting barrels and stuff like that.
Yes, sir.
I want to spend time on things like that, because to me, I say the Glock is the grown man's puzzle gun, because you can do so many things to it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So,
man. So I mean, I look forward to it. Definitely keep me up to date on it. I mean, I
for
appreciate
sure.
you taking the time out to kind of talk with me today. Just talk guns all day long. You know, we can do this all day
and
long.
I need you to make a cameo.
Hey, dude, I'm bored. Let me in. Let me know.
Okay,
all right?
cool.
But I'm gonna mess with you. I'm gonna mess with you in about a week or two in Miami. So we're good.
Yeah, I'll see you soon.
All right, man.
Okay, take care.
Yes, sir. All right, I'm Colion Noir, and y'all have a good one.
Good show, brother.